Oh, yeah. Are we here? We back, ladies and gentlemen. It's a Bears Victory Monday. Good morning. That boy Caleb Williams got something, don't he?
Looking good. Looking good.
Dare I say, Mr. Meaty probably had a steak after that game. We got to talk about the hype around Caleb Williams. We got to talk about, is the hype a little bit too high? Because Bears fans are riding the high horse heavy right now. Is that fair? Also, we got to take a look at why it's okay to actually be excited. Why it's okay to trust what you see. Why it's okay to sit there and look at Caleb Williams and go, maybe I'm tingly. Because, ladies and gentlemen, the date is 8/19/2024. It's 6:32 in the goddamn morning. And dare I say, Jordan JC.
Hey.
Got a little bear claw going.
Oh,
let's go. Little bit of a bear claw going, JC. Not saying, I'm just saying. Seeing some things I like, seeing some things that excite me. How y'all feeling this morning, man? Appreciate y'all for tuning in.
What's up?
To another edition of the Morning Breeze. It's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. Of course, we got Jordan JC in the building. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us for another edition of the Morning Breeze. This show is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We'll be adding a couple more shows to the docket as well, so make sure that you are tapped in with us over here. I don't know what this new update is to Restream, but it is really pissing me off because I can't just start the show. I like update stuff as I'm starting the show. So
really?
F you, Restream. I'm very upset right now. It is what it is.
Oh, he's trying to make our job difficult.
Bro, like I'm sitting here, I'm trying to like intro the show while like inputting information into the show. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. But hey, man, how you feeling, my guy? It's a Monday morning.
Man.
The Chicago Bears coming off a little dub. I'm excited. Hold on, we didn't do this. We got the squad in the building. Yeah. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Raymond Bennett in this mug with the year.
Hey.
Bellissimo said, what hype? Oh, there's hype, my guy.
What you mean?
Oh, there's hype. I'm gonna tell you right now, there's hype. Rodney Walker, Baki.
What up, Rod? What up,
good, Baki? Jesse Q. Jesse. I don't know if I've heard the name Jesse. Yeah. Well, I've heard it once.
I was about to say.
There was a Smoulier out there. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love, man. Jordan, how you feeling, my guy?
Hey, man, I am great.
JC, what's good?
I had to wake up this morning. It is a meaty Monday if it ever was. Boy, I am Caleb hyped. What do you mean, Bellissimo? What hype? There's hype, all right.
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean, listen, let's start it off here because here's the thing. And I do get the people that are living in the haven't we done this before.
Yeah.
I understand it. I understand hey, Pat, come on, man. Like, we did this. This is, this is the hype around Justin Fields. This is the hype around Mitch Trubisky, although there wasn't much hype around Mitch Trubisky. But, this is hyping up Jay Cutler on a good offensive season. This is like, we've done this. Why are we doing this again? I understand it. I understand the feeling. I understand why you don't trust what you're seeing right now. I get it. I'm not telling you not to be cautiously optimistic.
Mm-hmm.
But here is my question to start this off, because we are coming off a day where, I think you saw more of the human side of the reality of what Caleb Williams can be. You still saw the Superman things.
Oh, yeah.
But I think you saw more of the human side of the reality of what Caleb Williams can be. And what I mean by that is you saw him go out there and get three and outs in a row. You saw him being a rookie You know, he talked about it after the game, right? The operation was a little bit late. We weren't able to get some things in. Me and DJ Moore weren't on the same page with some things, right? When I wanted to get the ball to Keenan, me and Keenan weren't on the same page. Right? You saw those things happen. Guess what? New offense, new pieces. Those things are all still very incredibly true. But then you see you get the end around the Rome. Here we go. Now, you saw that pocket. Shout out to that pocket. It wasn't a lot of great offensive line play, but that pocket on that Tyler Scott ball, my God, that was
clean.
Clean pocket. I ain't seen a pocket like that in Chicago since 1987.
It's like the C part.
Bro, there's not been a quarterback with a pocket like that in years. Actually, I take that back. There was one pocket since 87 that we did see. Mitch Trubisky was in it. And I think it was it Trey Burton or it might have been Zach Miller was running butt naked across the field, and Mitch like threw it out the back of the end zone.
The fact that we're talking about one over the course of how many years?
Bro, okay, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm telling you, like that's the only other one I remember. But here's my question to Bears fans, honestly, and here's my question to you.
Let's get it.
When have we seen this in preseason from a player and it didn't translate? Someone give me the example. Give me the player that we saw who in preseason dominated in special ways and didn't eventually get to that some version of that point as a player.
Yeah.
And now, am I saying that he's going to be the generational guy? Am I saying that he's going to be everything that people have hyped him up to be? I don't know if I'm there yet. But am I saying that I see a franchise quarterback right now?
Hey.
Feels like it. At least to me. Your thoughts?
They want you to calm down, Pat. They don't want you to think that way. I mean, here's my real analysis on it. I mean, have you seen this before? No, you haven't seen this version of what we're watching because, I mean, if you go back to Justin Fields. In Chicago. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Like compared to Justin Fields, compared to Mitch, we were excited when we first saw Mitch out there slinging the rock in the preseason, and it looked good, but it didn't look like this. It didn't. There's something different about the way Caleb goes about his business. There's something different about the talent level and the things that he does on the field. So even when you're talking about the 3 and outs, that completely got erased when you saw the off-platform throw to Rome Odunze perfectly into his hands, perfect spiral, going the opposite way, throwing off of a bad footing, like it's insanity. And then the play that really impressed me was the one that didn't even go count for a touchdown when he maneuvered the defender, juked him, and then threw it to Rome. I don't, like you said, I heard what you say yesterday. I don't know who did the paint job on the field in the end zone yesterday, but it was trash.
Bro, it was wild yesterday.
I think Rome was
on Monday on that paint job, bro. And for some reason, I guess racism's over. They ain't even put in racism in the end zone. It's like play football. I was like, is that shut up and dribble on the field? Is that what we just got? Did we just get the field version of shut up and dribble?
Yeah, man. But like, here's my thing. And has Caleb looked like Superman every single second? No. Obviously, and those were the scripted plays where they went 3 and 3 outs in the first quarter. So, there's some moments where they have to clean some things up. They have to get on the same page with the receivers, like you mentioned with Keenan and DJ. But you believe just what you're seeing on and off the field with Caleb, that it just looks different. His leadership skills. We're not just talking about the play on the field. The things that he says in the press conference are different. He owns up to his own mistakes, even if they aren't his own mistakes, because that's what he's supposed to do as the quarterback. When he talked about Braxton, I heard you say this yesterday, when he talked about somebody missing their assignment, and then also I believe it was Tevin Jenkins or somebody else that missed their assignment, and he put it all on him. He said, I gotta get better at not rushing the cadence. I also got to get out of the pocket sooner when it comes to that sack that he took. He puts it on him, but when the glory is given, he gives it to the players. He gives it to his teammates, and so that's what you're seeing that's different. Also, it's not just the throws, the awesome plays that we see. It's the whole picture. It's the whole thing with him.
Yeah, and I think here's my thing about it too. And I see some people. This is my favorite part about preseason. I'm seeing people out here grade Caleb Williams. Oh well, Pat, we're just going to ignore the 3 and outs that happened. We're just not going to look at the 3 and outs that happened. Let me ask y'all this. In the regular season, if in the first quarter, Caleb Williams has 3 and outs, and in the second quarter, because in the first quarter, I believe he was 1 for 5. In the second quarter, he ended up going 5 for 7.
Mm-hmm.
I got to double check that. I think that math is right.
I looked it up.
He scored a touchdown.
Yeah.
He led a drive. He led 2 scoring drives and got better. Then yeah, I'm probably not going to bring up the 3 and outs that happened in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Like, I understand it for now because it's all we can see. I understand it for now because it's all that we get. But people are bringing up the 3 and outs like the 3 and outs is how he finished out the game. And I think that's the other part about this is we overanalyze all of this. We're so I don't know, man. Like, I didn't like the operation on this. It was, he didn't hit DJ Moore on that route on the first play. He did, early on, he was missing some reads.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. In the first quarter, 100%. I hear you. You do have to take that into account. How did he finish the game? How did he finish his portion of the game? And so I don't think that the Caleb Williams hype right now is too much because throughout the game, you continue to see a young man be able to go out there and make plays and continuously get better. You continue to see him be able to go out there and continuously do more as the game progressed. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
Javon Dexter was the same way to me in these last 2 games. Now, I needed to see more from Javon, right? I wanted to see just a dominant force coming through, but by the end of the first quarter of the Bills game, Javon Dexter was pushing the pocket and forcing the pocket the other way. That's what a 3-tech is supposed to do. Oh, he got better towards the end. Didn't get enough reps. Maybe that keeps going. In this game, right? Started off a little slow, then started forcing the pocket, started moving that pocket backwards, started pushing it in. That's how football goes. Guys usually get better the further along they go. I think that we've got so locked into the first 15 plays working so well, but then none of the rest of it. We're like, but those first 15, we need those. It's like, no, I want the second, third, and fourth quarter to be the good quarters.
Yeah. Now what? I don't know what just happened there. You got spiders, you got flies going on over.
Got gnats out here.
No, but you know what? I wanted to point out something, and I understand, and to a degree, there is a level of balance with this. Zeke, I see Zeke, mentioned in the chat, he gives Caleb a C plus. Some of the reason being, he didn't really have a good showing against the B squad. Yes, our starters played against the second string, and then he also mentions, he actually played better as the game got going with people coming in. So perhaps there were third stringers that were playing when he started getting off. Here's my thing. I understand. Okay, there was a little bit of a lull in the first quarter. Understandable. You're still going to have a rookie go through rookie walls and rookie moments where he's going to make mistakes, where he's not going to be in line with his receivers. That's going to be understandable. I'm not going to sit here and say that every single time we expect Caleb Williams to come out and just perform like Superman on every single drive, every single play. Like, there's going to be times where he bumps his head. There's going to be times where he throws incompletions. There's going to be times where he throws picks. We have to expect that. That's part of the game. So when we say we're hyped for the things that he does well. We can tell that he has great processing speed. We can tell that he goes through his progressions. We can tell that he does all of these things better than any other quarterback that we've gotten. And so that's what you need to get excited for. Yes, Zeke, I appreciate that comment because there's a little bit of, okay, let's dial it back, but let's not dial it too back because what we're seeing is still special. And I think that's going to continue.
And I think here's my thing on that as well, right? Like, you needed to see that versus the twos. The reason I wanted Caleb Williams to go out there and play versus the twos was because I thought that Caleb Williams needed to go out there versus somebody who was willing to take his head off. Yeah, by the way, if you're in the live right now, first things first, over 100 in the chat. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave that 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. I actually didn't get to push this yet, so I need y'all to do me a favor. Go ahead and
come on.
Oh yeah.
Push the button. Come on. Push the button. Come on, push the button.
Yeah, come on, push your button.
You heard what she said.
You heard what Sue Young said. Push the goddamn button. My favorite part.
I didn't realize the heavy breathing in the beginning. I never focused on that.
Oh, yeah.
That man was scared.
That was actually me. I played basketball yesterday. I'm dying.
Hey, I saw that. 30-something points. All right, I saw that. Nice. Game.
But no, bro. I honestly, I'm glad that Caleb went out there against the twos because he went out there versus someone who was going to bring energy of, if I don't take his head off, I don't have a job.
Yeah.
You know what energy you have to face every single week in the NFL. You need to mimic that. And that's why I like when rookie quarterbacks go out there versus the twos and versus the threes, and why I think it prepares them a little bit more versus the twos and versus the threes, because those guys are fighting for their lives.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it makes a difference if like we feel like overwhelmingly the talent that we have is just like they're gonna kill those guys, but nobody felt that way about the offensive line. We were like, it's solid, okay, like it was better. What's it gonna look like with Nate Davis in there? That's really where my concern comes in. And we'll talk about a lot of this more in depth in the preseason game on today's episode of the Windy City Breeze. So tap in with us at 6 today. But if we're being real, like I think that energy can't be replicated. And now I think Caleb won't be surprised by the time he gets to the regular season when the Tennessee Titans are like, we got to kill him. He's the number 1 overall pick. We got to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that plays into this too, right? Like, here's my thing with hype. There's natural hype that comes from something. Bryce Young had hype. It just didn't work. But there's a natural hype that happens when you're the number 1 overall pick. Trevor Lawrence had hype. And then there's the hype that comes with playing quarterback for the Chicago Bears. So pair all that first overall pick hype and then add the second you show up in a uniform. Hey, we never had a 4,000-yard pass. I don't know if you noticed. Nobody's ever thrown 30 touchdowns in this city. Can you throw 30 touchdowns?
A lot of pressure all on that man.
Caleb Williams has history hype going against him right now as well.
Yeah.
You've got, how long have we been around? 100+ years of hype.
Yeah, let's just say over.
Because I don't think we're at 110 yet. You've got 100+ years of hype on your shoulders. So there is a level of hype that is just naturally, you play quarterback for the Chicago Bears, you were the number 1 overall pick. And the reason we know this, because Justin Fields wasn't the number 1 overall pick, and we treat him, not we, but like people treat him like, my God, we mortgaged our future for this guy. What are we gonna do? It's like, like Mitch Trubisky, he's got to be the answer. He's not that good. You know what I mean? Jay Cutler, highest paid quarterback ever in the Bears history. I get you, but there's that pressure that just naturally comes with being put in that position.
Yeah.
So I don't think that the hype on Caleb Williams is too high right now. In fact, I think that the hype is right about where it needs to be for this young player. It's really just first overall pressure and Bears quarterback pressure.
Here's the reason why I think you can attach some other things to the hype as well, and why we shouldn't be so, I want to say, kind of calm about this in a sense. Somebody mentioned it too. We ladies and gentlemen, we have a top 5 defense. It's not just about Caleb Williams on this team.
Yeah.
Have you seen the defense? Have you seen the backups? Like, we have depth everywhere. Terrell Smith got an interception. I believe that was Terrell Smith the other day.
T. Smith.
I mean, and you're talking about Micah Baskerville was always being brought up. Jonathan Owens, Simone Biles' husband, had an excellent showing. I saw his name every
stop
night.
doing that. We got to stop doing that.
Yeah, you're right. I got
Jonathan Owens.
Jonathan Owens. Jonathan Owens. Let me stop.
He has an identity.
Like,
he plays
that's
in
the
the
only
league.
reason why he's relevant. No, he had a nice showing out there. I saw his name come up a bunch of times. Like, we have depth everywhere on the defense. That's another reason why we should be hyped as well, is because not only is Caleb going to go out there and do his thing, but he has a defense to back him up. So we're talking about wins. That's why we're hyped, because I'm expecting us to have a complete team behind Caleb Williams, not just on offense, but also on defense.
Yeah, I mean, like I think it's a team pressure, and there's safety like it's with everything, right? You think about, this is about to be crazy, a pipe system.
Oh, hey,
now calm down there, meeting.
All right, I got no flags around here.
Think about a pipe system, though, right? When you think about like the pipes that run through your house or the pipes that run through buildings, there's an immense amount of pressures, but there's also pressure valves that you can use to release some of that pressure if the pressure builds too much. That's your defense right now. That's Keenan Allen. That's DJ Moore. So yes, there is this hype. There is this pressure that is absolutely around Caleb Williams. There's going to be naturally this hype and this pressure that is absolutely going to be around Caleb Williams. But at the end of the day, if I got pressure and my safety valve is like, oh, it's a little tense in here, 3rd down and 7. Oh, it was that Keenan Allen. Oh, that was nice. Oh, took it 60 yards. Look at that. That's crazy. Oh, my goodness. I didn't even have to do anything. Oh, I got pressure. Hold on. Let me just sidearm a screen pass real quick. Oh, God. Oh, is that DeAndre Swift taking it 42 yards down the sideline? That's nice.
That's right. That's right.
I appreciate that. I was feeling a little pressure right there.
You know who else can take off a lot of pressure as well? Shout out to Shadow Boy, Legatron, our punter, Tory Taylor. Just want to put that out there as well. Just a little Tory Taylor love. All right, on a Monday. Come on. He showed up. He had a few boots that was like, good. Oh yeah, that's
he's good. He's good. He's good.
All right, that's enough. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say.
He's good. I don't
Frank
want
Nitty said pipe system.
Shout out Frank Nitty. The Frank Nitty?
Yeah, I was about to say, is that
the man which one? The original Frank Nitty or the guy who cooked Denzel Valentine Frank Nitty?
Hey, shout out to the Drew League Frank Nitty if it is.
Hey, bro, both were elite. This what y'all letting in the league? That was the wildest thing ever, bro.
Hilarious.
But no, man, I just to me, it's okay as a fan. I think here's the thing. Is it okay as a fan to be excited by what you're seeing? Is it okay as a fan to be maybe overhyped by what you're seeing at the quarterback position? Because the first thing I texted Jeff Meller on the way, we were on the way to the post-game show, right? Me, J-Mac, we all in a group chat. I texted the group chat. I said, listen, I'm tingly, boys. I don't know what to tell you. I'm seeing things that, and it's not because, and I wanted to
go to the hospitals.
I want people to understand this. It's not because of the off-platform throws. It's not, those are phenomenal, right? But I saw Justin Fields make off-platform throws that looked really tough. It's not because of the ability to use his legs to get out of pressure, because I saw Justin Fields be able to use his legs to get out of pressure. It is the pocket awareness that leads to avoiding pressure that makes me tingly. There's nothing I've seen that I'm like, I know everybody's like, oh, he's Pat Mahomes this, he's Pat Mahomes that. I like those comparisons, but the off-platform throws, I see quarterbacks do that now. So if that's the only thing that makes you Pat Mahomes, let's do it, right? Like, there's a few Pat Mahomes in this league. There's not, though. Mm-hmm. The thing that to me stands out in a very Pat Mahomes-like way is me just watching Bengals defenders fall over.
Bro.
Uh-oh, let me step up. Oh, let me step back. Oh, let me just step to the left. It's very Rodgers-esque. I'm watching it. It's so crazy. I swear to y'all. I hate to bring it up, but I swear, watching him go through, I just remember like Julius Peppers just being right there for a sack on Aaron Rodgers, and just all of a sudden he just duck out of it. And you're just like, what the heck was that? How did he get away from that? Then he's rolling left. Then he rolls back right. He just fires one. There's just a dude wide open in the middle of a field for a 27-yard gain. He's like, what the heck was that?
Yeah. Can we get that?
And so that's the part why I think fans have a right to be excited. That's why, to me, it's okay to be excited by this, because we haven't seen pocket awareness in this city ever. Jim McMahon didn't have pocket awareness. That's why he ended up being on his neck. Mitch had no pocket awareness. Jay had no pocket awareness. Rex had no pocket awareness. Kramer had a little pocket awareness, I guess. He had a little bit of pocket awareness. I'll give Kramer a little shout out.
Little love. Okay.
Little love, but he also couldn't go anywhere. Like it's pocket awareness, and then it's like, I can't really run away. Justin has no pocket awareness. That play where Braxton gets, I mean, it's a solid, I'm back and forth on that, but it's a solid rep by Braxton. But that play where he gets past Braxton Jones and Braxton does a decent job pushing him past, but like Caleb stepping up in the pocket extends that play. Justin Fields is taking probably a strip sack there or just getting hit head on. That's pocket. That's why I'm hyped. That's why I'm excited. Mm-hmm. I'm seeing things that I've never seen happen at the quarterback position in this city.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay to be excited, guys. Again, I like Shadow Boy's question. Is it overhyped, or are we just starving for a good quarterback to get you excited every Sunday? Both. I'm starving. Yes. Mr. Media is starving, and I feel like I'm just at the right level of hype as well. Like, yes, we haven't seen this. Pat mentioned 100+ years of starvation for a quarterback. Like, our best quarterback that we always talk about, you just mentioned it, Eric Kramer, or not Eric Kramer.
I mean, Jay Cutler's our best quarterback.
Yards. Jay Cutler was probably the best looking quarterback, but I mean, if we're talking about stat wise,
Eric Kramer is our best quarterback.
Eric Kramer's our best quarterback. I mean, that was years ago. Yeah. You know, we got teams in this league. We got organizations in this league that have quarterbacks that have passed for over 4,000 yards that have half the talent of Caleb Williams, that have had half the talent of Justin Fields. We are starving to see that from the quarterback position. And so it's okay to be excited. It's okay to say, you know what? Hey, Dan Tanner saying he plays like Patrick Rodgers. Okay, that's fine. What a hype. You want to make it to the most hybrid goat of all time.
What's up, boy name? It's like Sadiq on Twitter or something like that. I saw him tweet out. It said Caleb, Mahomes, Rodgers, Wilson, Williams.
They got all those middle names. I mean, that's fine. Hey, you want to go crazy with it? Go crazy with it. I'm not going to stop you because it's exciting right now. It is very exciting to see what we're seeing, even in small doses, right? You see it in small doses, and so once we get to the season, you can see it more and more and more and more. And that's also going to come over time with just more experience, more connection with his teammates, more chemistry, more camaraderie. All of that's going to, in my opinion, grow from what we're seeing just now.
Yeah. No, 100%. 100%. I understand it. I think that people are literally they're just this
Right.
this is a different feeling.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
What do you say?
Rodney said you gotta get the soundboard.
I do gotta add that line, and I mean that.
Yeah, that brother's
them brothers starving. Why are we so excited about this? But see, this is what I mean, right? Shout out Danny P. He said, bro, y'all acting like y'all did not see them 3 and outs. Caleb didn't even throw a touchdown. Y'all acting like the Bears won the Super Bowl. Yeah, we saw the 3 and outs. And then I saw him get better.
Yeah.
Again, we're pretending like first quarters of games is the end of the game. I know that's how it's felt for us. In the first quarter of games, if we go up 14-0, it's like we might win. We might have a chance at that. Oh, we might like, but that's not how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Most teams get better as the game goes on. Most players get better as the game goes on. Ours got worse.
Yeah.
Our players, our play calling, our all of that got worse.
Yeah. Making adjustments at half. Yeah, all that goes into it. Yeah.
I don't know about that. There's a thing about players. A lot of the players have been out here just basically like, there are no halftime adjustments. Like, that's a myth, guys. Like, You
Really?
go into halftime, you
Okay.
take a piss, you smoke a heater, you
Coach
go
is like,
back
all
out
right,
on
get
the
out
field.
there.
Like, you're not making massive changes. He's like, these movies got y'all left though. I forget. I think it was Peyton Manning said that. He's like, there's no remember the Titans moment, guys. There's no, we're gonna blitz all night.
All night.
I don't want them to
crossing
gain
that
another
yard.
yard. You make them remember the day they played the Titans. He played the mess out of the role, bro. Who was that?
Phenomenal.
I don't even know that
movie.
actor's name,
I don't
bro.
know
Who
his
was
name.
that?
That was one of my favorite lines. That was a good one.
Petey left him out to dry, dog. Petey, come on, dog. What was that actor's name, bro?
Oh God, that's hilarious.
Dang, Gary Bertier got old.
Oh no, that movie was
Hey, that movie
was
is
years
old. That movie
ago, I
came out in
think now.
2000. Will Patton.
Will Patton. Okay.
Have I seen Will Patton in anything else? He's been in a lot of movies.
He's probably a
That's
B-list
right.
actor.
Okay, the fourth guy. Apparently, he's in Yellowstone. I haven't gotten into Yellowstone.
Haven't seen Yellowstone. All
I
right.
watched Falling Skies. I don't remember him in Falling Skies.
No, that's not Falling Skies. I was thinking about October Sky. Never mind.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in anything else. Halloween Kills. I didn't watch that. That was horrible. He was in Swamp Thing. I like how I was like, I didn't watch that. That was horrible. Yeah. So remember the Titans.
Yeah.
So he was in Remember the Titans. That's it. That's how we got there. Yeah, Peyton Manning was like, bro, there's no such thing as halftime adjustments, bro. It's like, you're going back there, you're taking a piss. You're coming back out, you're playing the game, bro. It's like you hope you don't got to take a dump. That's all it is.
You know, you want to know another reason why I'm so excited? And Dan Tanner kind of alludes to it too. He just reminded me the determination is what gets you excited. The hustle, hustling his way to win. One of the things that Caleb mentioned, even in the presser, is that he wasn't satisfied with the flag on the play where he threw it to Tyler Scott. He said he wanted to complete that pass.
Yeah.
It's the mindset of, man, we got a quarterback that has the passion. You could see it even in his play. I believe even after the touchdown when he rushed in, the slow-mo showed him shaking his head like this, like there was something that he didn't like. Like he probably wished he could have threw a touchdown rather than run it in. Like there's things in his mind where he's like, man, I want to be better than what I'm showing.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I'm excited, because we got a guy who wants to be the greatest. You already saw him say what his goal list is. The man wants to be better than Tom Brady. He wants to get 1 million Super Bowls. He wants the best rookie season of all time. Like he has goals that he wants to hit, and it's not just talk. You can tell that he's putting in the work to try and be the best version of himself.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think it's easy to say I wanted that touchdown versus I wanted that touchdown pass that was wide open.
Yeah.
I think that's an easy one to say, because who wouldn't rather have the touchdown pass than the PI that ends up turning into a touchdown? But for me, it's the recognition on that play. He trusted what he saw. As Tyler Scott came open, he let it fly, right? Like, guess what?
True.
We haven't seen that in this city. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's also the recognition. I think when you look at the play where he's moving out of the pocket, right, where he ends up spinning out to get that ball to roam. And again, we'll talk about, I know it seems like we haven't gone in depth on the preseason game. We'll talk about the preseason game more tonight when we're on the full daily show, the Windy City Breeze. We'll talk about that more at 6 tonight. But like, to me, when you see, okay, this pocket isn't working for me, I need to be able to get myself out of here. But he's still keeping the eyes downfield. He's still trying to get to the route that he was looking for. You know what I mean? Like, I think that those are the things that we haven't seen here. He's still keeping his eyes downfield. Or should I say this? I'll say it this way. We have seen those things here, but those are the things that have had to be coached into these guys. Caleb Williams is starting here. This is the starting point right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's okay to be hyped. Our starting point right now is like, oh, this guy has pocket awareness and understands he needs when to vacate the pocket, when not to, and he's going to step. Okay,
that's the beginning. Yeah.
So what do we got to teach him? Oh, we got to teach him, okay, maybe when that pocket is closing in, you still got to stand in there and just deliver the ball and just trust that it's not going to, collapse in on you. You got to build that trust with your offensive line. You got to figure out where you and Rome are on the same. Oh, so you just need time That's what you're telling me? Like, you just need time to play in the NFL? Oh, okay. Yeah, we can do that. That to me is why this is a great situation for the Bears to be in. I think about Pat Mahomes. He was 2 Super Bowls in before he said, "Yeah, the game really slowed down for me this year. I really started to understand it."
That's insane. That's a flex.
You know what I mean?
I
Like,
won 2, and it was still fast for me.
well, I think he won. He won 2? No, he won. He had won 1. He had
Yeah.
won 1. He was that season. He won his second one, but he had won
Right.
1. He had been to 2. Like that. That's a great place to start. He's not going to develop into a Hall of Fame quarterback well, I mean, maybe. I guess Pat Mahomes did. But he's not going to develop into a Hall of Fame quarterback this season.
Yeah.
But where's the starting point that we're at? That's why Bears fans are hyped. That's why it's okay for Bears fans to be hyped. That's why, to me, you're seeing this level of excitement around him, because the starting point is better than what we've had at the finish point for most of the quarterbacks we've had in here.
You know what I'm excited about too, and again, let's go back to we've done this ad nauseum, but again, I'm going to mention this just for the fact that it's relevant now in this conversation. Justin Fields in college came from a Ohio State program that pretty much gave you everything and more, right? The
Yeah.
best receivers come usually out of Ohio State. We talk about Marvin Harrison Jr. We talking about Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, Jackson Smith, and Jigba. Like they got a slew of top receivers that come out all the time. So he had everything at his disposal at OSU. He had a pretty decent offensive line. The defense was always really good at OSU. That was a top program every single time in college. They were usually in one of the better bowl games. Caleb Williams, on the other hand, came from USC, where he had a horrible offensive line. I mean, that was obvious. He didn't really have the best wide receiving core. His best receiver, I mean, got drafted late in the late rounds. I can't remember Jerry Rice's son. I can't remember his first name, but
Brandon
yeah,
Rice.
yeah, Brendan Rice. And then the year
I was
before
like,
that,
dang, I wanted him, and I didn't forgot about this boy already.
yeah, you did call it. Yeah, but I mean, hey, Roma dudes did do that to you.
Hey, what are you gonna do?
Before that, Jordan Addison, like that was his best receiver in his Heisman year.
Tenure.
Yeah, and so you package that with what he's going through now. He's already used to a bad offensive line, so it can only go up from here. My point is, he's already had the experience of trying to navigate behind lesser talented players on his team, and he's made it work. The man was a Heisman Trophy winner with lackluster talent around him. And you compare that to Justin, who went from great talent to lackluster, and he didn't know what he was doing. He had to adjust on the fly. And so that's why another reason why I'm excited is because you got a guy who's been through the worst, and now you're giving him a really, really talented team around him. You're giving him his version of OSU in the pros. And so now for me, the arrow can only go up.
No, yeah, and again, it's this is what he's developed based on where he's been at, and it's going to be better here.
Yeah,
he does have, and at the end of the day, he does have Keenan Allen. He does have DJ Moore. He does have Cole Kmet. He does have DeAndre Swift. He does have this slate of weapons to him. He does have an OC that's like, hey, we're not just gonna let you stand back there in the pocket. We're gonna get you outside the pocket. We're gonna move the pocket around for you. We're gonna make things easier on you so that it's not a difficult position for you to be in to go out there and have to try and figure out, okay, if I'm just standing back here, how do I make sure to avoid this rush from this dude coming straight up the middle? Like, there's so many things that are working to his advantage coming from a tough situation that it is going to be over. And I want to address this right here too. If Caleb is so freaking great, like y'all say he is, why do y'all keep comparing him to Justin? I'm going to say this one more time, and then I'm done saying this for the year. And chat, y'all just keep reminding people about this whenever they jump in and ask questions like this. Because he was the last quarterback here. When you get a new girl, don't you compare it to the old girl and be like, oh, this is better. Or, oh, this is worse. He was the last guy that played quarterback here. Guess what we compared Justin to? Mitch Trubisky. Guess what we compared Mitch to? Mike Glennon. Guess what we compared? Mike Glennon wasn't here that long. Or Jay Cutler. Guess who we compared Jay to? Rex Grossman. Like let's stop doing this weird experiment where it's like, why are we comparing guys? Because it's sports. In sports, you compare people. This is the dumbest argument of all time. I think we just need to let everybody be their own man. It's not politics. This is sports. I'm going to compare you to you and see who's better. Guess what? Jordan, LeBron, take your pick. Comparison. Well, why do we compare the two? Because it's sports. You take your favorite player. I'm going to take my favorite player. We're going to compare the two. And then we're going to sit there, never agree on it, and we're going to just be like, I can't do this.
It's part of the conversation.
It's
part of the conversation.
Like, what are we talking about? Let's not sit here and pretend like we're not going to do this all season. Now, when we get to year 2, right, it's a little bit different. Then you start to have conversations on your own person, on what but you know what you compare it to then? You sit there and compare year 2 to year 1.
Yeah.
Because it's sports. This is the dumbest thing. I keep hearing this. It's so stupid. Why are we comparing guys? Why would we ever have a comparison conversation? Like, what are we talking about right now, dog? I'm so sick of hearing that. Like, it's like this is the first time we've ever had sports talk in our lives before.
Yeah, they got Pat riled up that.
This is what kills players. No, it don't. You know what kills players? Being bad players. Like, dog. This is every single time. Why are we even bringing up Justin Fields? He plays for the Steelers because it's sports.
That's a sports team. God, jeez.
All right, good morning. How y'all feeling this morning?
Yeah, got him taking a drink. What's in that cup? Yeah, that man's dry. You drove him to drink.
Got another topic. That's how we gonna finish this pod out. Well, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you haven't done so, hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. We'll be back live again. Of course, if any news breaks, we'll be on that as well. If you didn't get a chance to do so, check out the Karan Armageddon news that dropped in the middle of the night last night. It didn't. It dropped at like 6 o'clock, but nobody made content on it, so I made content on it. Yeah, check out the Karan Armageddon video. That is up. He has been activated off of NFI, so that is interesting. We'll probably talk more about that as well today, but
that's exciting.
A lot to get into on today's episode of the Windy City Breeze Sports Talk Daily. So make sure you're also tapped in with us at 6 p.m. tonight. I got practice at noon.
Hey.
So I may be like literally just diving through the door and just, hey, how y'all doing? Definitely make sure y'all tuned in because we will have a training camp update for you guys today as well. I believe Flus talks today as well. I think Flu starts. Maybe not because he talked at the game. We might get Waldron today. But no, appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, man. For the man, Jordan JC, it's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again.